And ask, out of 100 people, 99 of them, if you ask them, think about a time when you felt it was really important you played well, how did you play? Yeah. Most people will say they could not access their most inspired playing, or they even played badly. Yeah. And then you say, think about a time when you think it didn't matter. Yeah. They say, I played better. Yeah. So that alone should prove to you that what you want to do is continue to bring down the sense of importance about what you're doing and find a place where you're not really trying.
Hi, I'm Sascha on bass. This was Kenny Werner and he talks about fear and stress while improvising. These are some ideas from his book Effortless Mastery, which I highly recommend. I want to talk about this because I feel that fear and stress prevents us from playing good solos and getting that connection to our inner self, where the real music comes from. And in some cases, even worse things like fucking up our life because we're getting depressed, because we're not the musicians we want to be, or because we just think our solo sucks. In his book, he talks about 4 steps. I want to talk about 2 because I read his book a long time ago and I only remember those 2 things, and here they are. First, trying to play good versus not trying to play good. This is a universal principle. If you try to do something very good at the moment, you're more likely to do the opposite, to make it not very good. Maybe you know this from things like exams or dating, or when you find yourself in social situations where you want to make a good impression. And all of a sudden, because you're trying to be good and be natural, you're the opposite. You're getting stiff and you're not connecting to who you really are, and you're not effortless. So what I found in his book is that he tries to encourage to get away from these thoughts like making it perfect, and encourage to get more in a state of I don't care, or maybe I really don't think about it. To me it was a state of I don't care to play good, I just play. Or sometimes I even try to, well, it's all gonna be fucked up anyway, so don't worry about it, it's not gonna be good. This relates to the philosophy of pessimism, maybe you heard of it, where while you have no expectations, you can't be disappointed. So you only can win. If it's not going to be good what you're doing and you have no expectations, you're not going to be disappointed. But if it's going to be good, you're going to be happy. What I really like in his book is that he tells stories that I really could relate to as a musician. Like when he's playing in clubs and all of a sudden some jazz musicians enter the audience, which he really looks up to, and he got more under pressure because he wanted to make a good impression and not to play badly. He wanted to play good. And what happened? He just couldn't connect to himself. He was all caught up in his thoughts of, oh, you gotta do wrong. Oh, that was wrong. I think while you're listening, you know what I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure everybody experienced this with improvising or with anything else. So I want to encourage you to try out his idea to next time when you play, you don't have high ambitions, you don't think, I really need to do this well right now. You just don't care. You just do it. Don't expect something to happen. Just let it go and don't care so much. Play in the sense of the word, in the discovering sense of a word. By the way, if you find this video helpful, I would really appreciate if you leave a like and maybe a subscription. That helps my channel with the algorithm and I can see what content is good for you and what not. Thank you very much. The second idea is what Kenny Werner calls the space. The space is a place in your mind where you disconnect from your rational thoughts that are going on in your conscious while everything you do. And it's about getting away from thoughts, what you want to do or what you want to accomplish while you're playing. In the video I linked in the description, he explains this a bit better than I do right now, but I want to tell you what I took for me when I wrote this. In his book he explains that when he's playing, and he noticed himself to just start noodling, playing scales or something he just practiced that is mechanical and not really musical. He stops immediately. He puts the hands away from the piano, and you rest a moment and listen to your inner self, listen to the musical ideas to come. What I found with this is that when I notice myself noodling, I rest and wait for ideas to come. It's really a matter of milliseconds or maybe 1 second until I hear a melody, an idea in my head, and I can try this to implement this in my solo. I found this very, very powerful, and it works for me every time. And I'm sure it will work for you also. Actually, it's pretty easy. You just have to notice, oh man, I'm starting noodling. Stop. Wait for a second. This is just a rest in your improvisation. Just a rest until your next idea comes. And probably this one will be better. And if you find yourself again after that playing randomly, noodling, rest again, stop playing, wait for your idea to come, and then go with that idea. I really found this very powerful. He explains in the interview that there's a difference between practicing and playing. You can see practicing as something where you train your muscle memory mechanically to get all these shapes in your fingers, all these scales and chords, the language of the music pretty much. And playing is something where you connect to your inner self, find the musical ideas, the creativity, and your fingers just do the work to translate from your brain to your fingers. Very rarely I find this state of flow when I play my instrument. Mostly it is when I play only out of fun in the evening mostly, and I just, without anything, I sit down with my instrument. Maybe you know that too. A moment where you think, wow, what's going on here? This is really good. Oh man, this is music. This is me. Wow, this is very, very special. It feels so good, and you can train to achieve this moment more often. Kenny Werner offers different methods in his book. Mostly it is meditation, which I didn't do at the time I read the book. But meditation is good anyway, so I really recommend you reading that book, or at least watching that interview. I have the link in the description. So these are some ideas. Maybe you can do something with it, and I hope they will help you a bit. So that's it. Thanks for watching. See you next time, and have a good one. Bye.